the goal this afternoon is to have a look to different data sources and maybe find some missing facility, like the one I got previously, and I already lost, obviously, here. So in the middle of the forest, we found some construction site, a pretty well advanced construction, already pretty well commissioned, let's say, of a coal power plant, and not yet linked to the existing power grid at the north. So we are about to try to have a look to what our data sources are providing to us, and what are the way we can use to map it and add it to the OpenStreetMap repository. First of all, we may choose for the most appropriate IR imagery to map this facility. So when I use the map it page to load the existing power grid in Indonesia, it already comes with free imagery sources. So currently we display Esri worldwide imagery, but we also have Bing, which actually shows a less advanced state of construction of this facility, which means it will be less easy and probably not readable for mapping, because we don't see any of the facility. We only see the construction site. We don't see the power line. We don't see anything, and that's not really usable. We also have Mapbox Satellite, which is even less advanced because we only see the forest. The construction hasn't begun yet on this IR imagery. So let's get back to Esri, which is the most recent imagery we can get in this area. We also have the Global Energy Monitor dataset that was loaded in Indonesia region, and we actually already have a node, a point on the middle of the site, which comes with the actual data known from Global Energy Monitor. So it will be easy to get the actual capacity. We will get figures about the facility. So we will draw the geographic features, but we will add data from Global Energy Monitor or other data sources if suitable, obviously, particularly about business data. The first thing to be done is to spot the actual perimeter. Not yet. Let's focus on the perimeter to see at which extent the facility is installed, and afterwards we will look at the particular devices or components of this site. As far as I see on the IR imagery, we have some fences like this one, which may be really interesting to be mapped because it looks like the final extent of the facility. So I think we could rely at least partially on this fence. We will see it covers the substation, the power station, the coolant facilities, storage, service buildings, whatever. And I think it's the first things to be done is to draw this fence. If I get back to the OpenStreetMap layer, I will use this tool to draw a line, simple line, by encompassing the whole facility like that. It doesn't need to be really accurate, but it's interesting to get the actual surface that is covered by the power plant, which in this case refers to the surface of forest that has been removed. I think it's like that. We are almost done. It's pretty easy. Here. As I'm mapping right now, I'm noticing I haven't made a relevant check before, because okay, I drawn the area and I loaded the power grid, but I didn't check the area was already part of this, even if it's not an actual power plant in OpenStreetMap. So one quick thing we can do when we spot such unmapped things is to use this download tool in GeoSM to spot if nothing was drawn on the base map that may reveal that something has been drawn, like an area, an industrial area. As far as I see, it's not the case. We already only the road is actually drawn, so I think it will be fine. We may catch up at the end, but the perimeter was not set yet, so it's great. I will add a few attributes to define it as a power plant and a fence perimeter and industrial area. So there are some attributes we can use, very easy attributes. But first of all, it's land use industrial. Okay, it's an industrial area. Secondly, it's a fence perimeter, so we have a fence surrounding all this perimeter. And thirdly, it's a power plant. Okay, that's all we know currently. We will add several and further attributes at the end, but currently it's only the necessary. We spot this power plant. I guess it's okay. Don't hesitate, Andreas, if you have questions. We can map many things on this facility, but this afternoon we will mainly focus on the power stuff. But we could map roads, we could map buildings, we could map many things actually. I will continue with the substation, which is another particular area in this whole facility. I guess that's the actual perimeter. I wonder if I can spot a more accurate one, but I don't see any fence. So as I don't see any fence, I could map the substation like that, even if it's not really accurate. So no fence, no barrier fence attribute, but that's a power substation. I will try to find more information about that, but currently that's it. As it's a very important power station, we can guess it's linked to the existing power grid with the power line to evacuate the generated power. So in this aerial imagery, the things are pretty clear. We can see the towers that has been installed in the middle of the forest, and I hope the aerial imagery is recent enough to see the whole power line until the end, but I see the last tower is here. I'm not sure we will be able to map. Maybe another here. We'll see. By the way, we can still guess the power line is starting here. We will see. Well, maybe here. I don't know if we have. Not sure we have another tower, but never mind. We can draw to begin with this section of power line to be connected to the rest of the power grid afterwards. And that's where it ends. Unfortunately, I don't know if we can find the rest somewhere, if the works are undergoing another section. We can guess that the line is continuing in this direction to connect the two power lines here, but unfortunately we don't see many more elements to actually connect the power station to the line. Well, by the way, okay, let's go on with the main facility. We can see many visual elements to confirm that what Global Energy Monitor is saying in this database. We can see the 300 megawatts coal power plants, even with its name, and the year it started. So that's very relevant information. But anyhow, it doesn't give the actual number of generators. It's a power station, but it's not. It may be there may be 2 or 4, maybe 2. Let's assume there are 2 generators. We can barely distinguish the power connections here. I can see maybe 2 mains and 1 auxiliary. It's not really clear. We may find some more advanced information online, but by the way, we can at least draw the building like that. Let's say it's symmetric. It's maybe it's not. The perspective is a bit difficult. Okay. Let's say it's a building. Let's say we have the chimney. Okay. So it's an industrial building, and that's I think it works. No, it's not building. It may be man-made. Chimney, fine. I don't know the height, but by the way, it's not important here. And I will place 2 generators in the middle of this building, because we don't know exactly where the generators are, and probably there are more here in the machine hall. Here are the boilers, the 2 boilers, and we have this building hosting the turbines. So we are more likely to place the generators on the actual position of the turbine, and that's power generator. And I don't know the voltage, but at least I know the source. So generator source is coal. That's coal generators, and I had method. It's combustion, and maybe the type. I don't know if we have an actual type for that, except for turbine. I'm not sure there are actual type values for this version of tagging. Instead, it could be. Yeah, you're right. I will add the preset. When you add some attributes, you already unlock the actual preset, and you could click here to display the actual panel for the most used value. But indeed, it's in French, but at least it's a steam turbine. And we have the start date. It was 2024. I don't know the operator. I don't know the name for the plan. I don't know the actual output, but as we know, as the whole plant outputs 300 megawatts, we can guess every generator. Each generator outputs 150 megawatts. I know the actual voltage, unfortunately, but that's enough. Actually, we already have pretty much information we can set on those generators, and we could complete the plan as well thanks to the preset. So if I use the preset, we'll set it's a coal power plant that has started in 2024 and outputs 300 megawatts. I don't remember the name, but I will add it later. I think it's okay. And back to the name, we copy paste. It's SumCell 1. Well, here. So get back to the preset and set the name. There we go. I think it's okay. I'm really puzzled by this power line, because it would be great to connect it. I wonder if there is no other power line around. That's frustrating, because we may have towers here, we don't know, but they didn't build it yet. and we don't know any sign around those lines, which are 150 kilovolts. We may try to find some more accurate pictures online if needed. I could give a little time to check. For the Sumsel 1 power station, there may be some useful documentation. Sometimes we get the map for the connection, but sometimes not, unfortunately. Or we can get some press article to explain us what was set. Yeah, exactly. I will try. Well, in this article, actually, we can learn that the power line that has been built is 275 kilovolts, linking Samsal 1, which is where we are, to Moulay Beoperazi substation. So there may be really interesting information in this article to have hints to look at the other place and the operator. It's not word translated, but let's seek for this place, Moulay Beoperazi, maybe, to know where it is, because I guessed that the power line is continuing towards those lines, but those lines are 150 kilovolts. They are not 275, and we don't have 275 power grids around. So it may continue far beyond those infrastructures, and we can find some 275s power lines here, which is called Bitong substation. It's not Mulai, but let's try to find it. If I look for Mulai Beroperazi, it doesn't give. Indonesia. Okay, we have this place, which is not located on the same island, so probably not. Let's refine the search. No, unfortunately. But they may have built some additional substation in the middle of this area to link the power station. I don't know if we can find some landmarks to know. We have those wells here that may be petroleum wells, but that's not power line in construction. You can see this. It's a road. It's an unfinished road because the higher imagery is not updated similarly everywhere. We may have interesting. We have this construction, this power line, 500 kilovolts in construction in this area, and we may have a substation that is constructed next to this. Do we see it? We don't see it yet. Maybe very recent. Yeah, obviously. Yes, Control H, and it was mapped by Ferras in 2024, and that's consistent with the power station, because the power station started in 2024, so we can guess that the power station is the higher imagery is less recent than 2024. Hi Raquel, welcome. We are currently mapping in Indonesia some power stations, some newly built power station, but we are seeking for the substation where the power station is connected to. And that's a bit puzzling because we don't know exactly where. I don't know if this place may be named Moraniru. And we have this substation. That's not really easy. Let's again seek for information online. Let's seek for Mulai Beoperazi substation to know where it is. And we may have some useful article. Okay. Let's see it. Okay. No. There's an actual substation. I found some article for that. If I translate it, let's try to translate in English. Okay, it's this article which says that that's not comparable to the 300 megawatts capacity that has been built, and I don't know. It's big, but I guess it's in Jakarta. It's not in Sumatra. It's not the same island again. It's bizarre. That's sometimes the difficulties to find useful information. Sumatra. No, it's 150 kilovolts. By the way, that's not obviously that maybe sometimes. Oh, I may find our substation. Let me check. No, it's not the same. It's not the same. But that may be useful to check online for very recent information to seek about recently built substation to map them. By the way, currently we can't make anything more, but at least we can map this power line as commissioned and running at operating at 275 kilowatts. So that's power line. It supports 3 cables, 6 cables, sorry, and 2 circuits of 275 kilovolts, right? With supported by power towers. Obviously, we can try to make the connection to the substation, but that's pretty difficult. Okay, I got it. There's portals on which power lines are connecting. We can see some on this picture. Let me provide you this example. So in this kind of substation, we have those towers in front of it and portals on which power lines are connecting on. So we will try to map it depending on the details we get from the imagery. But as far as I can guess, we have a 3 base portal like that. Okay, it's better if I display the layer. And the line is splitting on the last towers. And we can see that there's 2 bays separated by an empty one here. So I will just split the power line like that. I could map some additional detail, but it's pretty hard. I can barely see that there are 2 other bays at the south of the substation, probably linking those bays in front of the generator hall. I would love to map the connection, but that's not really easy. It may be underground, it may be not yet built. We may wait for the higher imagery to update and find a more recent source to make the last mile. But by the way, it's not yet important because the power substation is located inside the power plant perimeter and the power line is connected to. So any power modeling software will be able to deduct that this power station is outputs 300 megawatts and sending it to the grid through this power line. So let's only map the connection. So that's a power portal and 2 3 cables power line here. Okay. Yes, again, only 1 circuit at each and 3 power cables. And we just add insulators to complete to end the power line, and a splitting tower. That's very advanced power attributes we are using here, but we are almost set. At least with the information we got at the time of the mapping.